Beneath the dazzling glow of the White House briefing room, a deeply painful hidden truth has been ripping a household to pieces. Peter Doocy, the renowned Fox News journalist celebrated for posing challenging inquiries, has endured a personal torment in silence. Murmurs about his spouse, Hillary Vaughn's devastating medical condition, have circulated rapidly, accompanied by startling speculations regarding his exit from the broadcaster. Is he truly bidding farewell to everything? The reality proves much more intricate and astonishing than anticipated. Over recent months, online spaces have been abuzz with alarming tales concerning Peter Doocy's partner, Hillary Vaughn. These accounts depict a youthful clan grappling with a concealed medical ordeal kept away from prying eyes. Based on various accounts, Hillary has contended with a grave, unidentified ailment. Specifics remain limited, yet the implication is evident. A dire situation unfolds. The most alarming whispers assert that Hillary has fought against malignancy. Such narratives describe an extended and arduous fight that has challenged the pair's endurance and fortitude. Certain anecdotes provide eerie particulars, alleging Hillary endured significant surgical intervention in April 2022. The notion of a new mother facing such a trial evokes profound sorrow, prompting widespread worry among supporters and audiences for the clan's welfare. However, as individuals sought further insights, the narrative grew increasingly bewildering. Alternative dispatches emerged that outright refuted the cancer storyline. Some origins insisted Hillary Vaughn experiences no major health complications whatsoever and remains entirely well. This sparked a whirlwind of bewilderment. How could diametrically opposed accounts coexist? Was she ill or not? The enigma intensified when certain platforms misidentified her, labeling Peter's mate as Amanda, Helen, or Rachel, injecting further doubt into the already perplexing scenario. The clashing data left observers pondering the actual events in seclusion. Was the Doocy kin concealing a crushing revelation, or merely a grave error? The resolution, as it emerges, blends elements of each. The account of a sorrowful prognosis within the Doocy lineage holds absolute validity. Yet, everyone focused on the incorrect individual. If you believe you've grasped the facts, prepare for the genuine revelation. As society conjectured about their intimate hardships, Peter Doocy and Hillary Vaughn discreetly constructed a shared existence, one they shielded vigorously from external gazes. Their romantic saga commenced in their professional realm, where they devoted much time. Both serve as skilled reporters at Fox News. Peter commenced his tenure at the outlet in 2009, shortly post-college, while Hillary integrated into the Fox business unit in 2016. She formerly participated in the second cohort of the Fox News Junior Reporter Initiative, positioned in Manchester, New Hampshire, for practical field work. For an extended period, they operated within identical spheres, addressing major national events, but their romantic link remained undisclosed to peers and the masses. It constituted a concealed affection right under everyone's noses. Thus, Peter's 2020 engagement revelation jolted the Fox News environment. Colleagues expressed astonishment, having collaborated with them extensively without a hint of their bond. Their nuptials mirrored the discretion of their dating phase, occurring in April 2021 amid picturesque settings in South Carolina at Montage Palmetto Bluff, a venue previously selected by Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin for their vows. Initially slated for January, COVID-19 constraints necessitated postponement, yielding a more compact and heartfelt gathering. Rather than a grand publicized affair, they opted for an exclusive celebration with merely 18 attendees, comprising nearest relatives and companions. Peter's dad, Steve Doocy, honorably fulfilled best man duties. Images from the al fresco festivities capture Peter dapper in a deep blue formal suit and Hillary radiant in a sleeve-extended bridal gown adorned with subtle botanical accents. Via Instagram, Hillary posted a snapshot of their cake-slicing moment, captioning it, "Existence alongside you is the sweetest delight." Steve Doocy likewise uploaded pictures on his profile, stating, "Greetings to the Doocy clan, Hillary Vaughn. We're thrilled for you both." This profound craving for seclusion generated an informational void surrounding the duo. With scant personal particulars accessible, they transformed into an empty slate for digital chatter. This absence of an authorized chronicle permitted erroneous health crisis gossip to germinate and proliferate, unopposed by any formal rebuttal from the pair. Their covert romance, though enchanting, inadvertently fostered ideal grounds for falsehoods to thrive. Nevertheless, the authentic narrative of their household existence was poised to surface publicly in the most delightful manner. Peter and Hillary's evolution from undercover lovers to an expanding brood has matched the intrigue of their veiled courtship. They elected to disclose their initial expectancy in a manner authentic to them, on air, encircled by kin. In September 2022, during a Fox and Friends slot promoting a fresh recipe collection authored by Peter's folks, Steve and Kathy, Steve highlighted the dish's appeal for those famished. Peter interjected, gesturing toward his wife, noting, "And Hillary feels ravenous constantly." Grinning, Hillary revealed the surprise. "That's due to nourishing too." An ultrasound image flashed on screen, igniting jubilant cheers in the studio. Their debut offspring, an adorable daughter christened Bridget Blake Doocy, arrived February 1st, 2023, tipping scales at 8 pounds 1 ounce and measuring 21 inches. Hillary's path to parenthood deviated from the norm, demonstrating remarkable professional commitment. Her amniotic fluid ruptured en route to Capitol Hill duties. She later quipped about knowing senatorial offices housing former physicians, though fortunately, no emergency deliveries ensued. Meanwhile, Peter solicited paternal guidance from the Globe's most influential figure. At a White House festive gathering, he queried President Joe Biden for newborn rearing pointers. Moved, the leader offered straightforward yet deep counsel: embrace her closely. Slightly over 2 years hence, their unit expanded anew. Son George Jack Doocy entered the world April 16, 2025, coinciding with their marital milestone. Astonishingly, Hillary juggled occupational demands with imminent maternity until the final instance. Mere hours prior to George's birth, she broadcasted from Capitol Hill on taxation deadlines. Transitioning directly from broadcast to standard prenatal checkup, her obstetrician declared the infant's imminent arrival. Hillary jested, "Perhaps he grew weary of tax discussions." Can't fault him. Presently, the quartet resides in a splendid 5-bedroom residence in Fairfax, Virginia, acquired in 2023 for $1.68 million. Its placement offers a convenient 40-minute commute to the White House, Peter's daily arena as a prominent correspondent. The genuine chronicle of their domestic existence eschews affliction and adversity, embracing formidable vigor instead. Hillary Vaughn, speculated to be hampered by a dire affliction, actually embodies dynamism. A committed broadcaster who delivered Capitol updates mere moments before birthing both progeny. Her tenacity forms the authentic spotlight, overshadowed by a deluge of fabrications. But how did her consort evolve into such a magnet for scrutiny? He hails from a Fox News legacy and ranks among Washington's most prominent and assertive media figures. As Steve Doocy's firstborn, the veteran Fox and Friends anchor, Peter matured immersed in broadcast journalism. Yet, his guardians envisioned alternate pursuits, like commerce or jurisprudence. Journalism's allure prevailed. Post-2009 Villanova graduation with a political science credential, Fox News recruited him promptly, the identical entity elevating his father to fame. Even during academia, he contributed to the network via a show named Special Report. From inception, his father mentored him, akin to coaching Peter's youth baseball squad, ensuring participation despite competition. In Peter's nascent reporting phase, Steve scrutinized each segment, anxious over potential live blunders. Post-airing, Peter sought candid feedback, with Steve imparting lessons from personal errors. Peter swiftly forged his distinct persona, transcending mere progeny status. He emerged as an astute, unyielding journalist unafraid of rigorous probes. His trajectory spanned New York and Chicago before settling in D.C. in 2010. He tackled monumental events: Sandy Hook tragedy, Boston Marathon explosion, and a fugitive pursuit in Dannemora, New York. In 2014, he secured a monumental scoop: the inaugural TV dialogue with Robert O'Neill, the seal asserting he dispatched Osama bin Laden. The special, "The Man Who Killed Osama bin Laden," achieved unprecedented documentary viewership for Fox News then. Yet, his 2021 White House correspondent ascension catapulted his prominence. Renowned for tenacious, occasionally adversarial interrogations and briefings, his routine clashes with spokespersons Jen Psaki and subsequently Karine Jean-Pierre became essential viewing. These spirited, at times whimsical, policy debates frequently viralized. His doggedness yielded memorable instances. In January 2022, President Biden, via open microphone, dubbed him a foolish offspring after an inflation query. Biden later phoned Peter to reconcile, underscoring their peculiar rapport. Doocy's White House stint has proven so dynamic that wildlife intervened. During a live lawn dispatch, an avian perched atop his head before assaulting and departing, captured on camera. This elevated, provocative position renders him perpetual discourse fodder. He stars in America's political theater, fueling fascination with his private sphere. His unyielding reporter image positioned him as prime gossip prey, given the perpetual surveillance of his existence. This leads to the ultimate baffling speculation. The authentic malignancy horror devastating the Doocy kin afflicted not Hillary Vaughn, but Peter's mom, Kathy Gersh, spouse of Fox anchor Steve Doocy. Her saga commenced innocuously around 2015 during a standard optometric visit for sunglass updates. The practitioner spotted an anomaly, a minor spot on Kathy's eye rear. Deeming it likely benign, he scheduled a revisit. Upon return, alarm bells rang. Referral to a specialist ensued, who directed them to Philadelphia's premier Wills Eye Hospital. Amid a colossal northeast blizzard, Steve and Kathy braved pre-dawn snowy roads, gripped by apprehension. Following exhaustive evaluations, elite ophthalmologist Carol Shields pronounced, "Kathy, it's ocular cancer." The verdict: ocular melanoma, a scarce lethal variant. Breathless, they dreaded metastasis to liver or lungs, common in such cases. Radiation commenced swiftly. Insomniac evenings tormented Kathy. Amid slumbering offspring in adjacent accommodations, she pondered treatment failure. One such vigil inspired documenting familial recipes for her kids, precautionarily. This gesture blossomed into best-selling culinary authorship. Yet, Kathy's narrative transcends terror, embodying profound influence. Years post-remission, while touting a cookbook on air with Steve, a distant pastor viewed, recognizing parallels to acquaintance Vicky's fresh diagnosis. He urged Vicky to research Kathy's account. Vicky faced choices: radiation or enucleation, eye excision. Inclined toward removal for certainty, Vicky pivoted post-Kathy's radiation success tale, preserving her organ and sight. The cleric later conveyed to Steve that Kathy's sharing preserved Vicky's existence. Now, Kathy thrives cancer-free beyond 5 years, a familial boon. Radiation sequelae persist, but survivorship endures. Cookbook proceeds fund ocular cancer studies, aspiring eradication. This legitimate crisis birthed the whispers. The concluding enigma fragment, assertions of Peter Doocy's Fox News ado, often intertwined with spurious wife health lore, fabricating a poignant yarn of career sacrifice for caregiving. Reality? Peter remains steadfast. His trajectory ascends. June 2024 brought elevation to senior White House correspondent. Additionally, he co-anchors novel program The Sunday Briefing alongside Jackie Heinrich, amplifying duties. No departure, escalation instead. Whence the farewell myth? From Patriarch Steve Doocy. May 2025 marked his poignant revelation. After 25-plus years anchoring Fox and Friends' iconic sofa, he'd relinquished daily NYC studio obligations. Viewers and associates reeled, citing decades of 3:30 a.m. awakenings. Change beckoned. Yet, no retirement. Premeditated shift with the network. Relocating to Florida with Kathy, he assumes roving co-host mantle, contributing thrice weekly. This permits spotlighting underrepresented locales from Carolinas southward, plus familial breakfasts with descendants, long-missed joys. Even ex-President Donald Trump videotaped commendations for his sofa swan song. Gossip machinery fused this, a notable Doocy altering Fox roles, with fabricated Hillary affliction, concocting exaggerated fallacy attributing shift to erroneous Doocy for fallacious motives. The headline conundrum resolves. The grim prognosis pertained to his mother, the parting to his father. Peter Doocy and Hillary Vaughn's chronicle defies rumored calamity. Absent disease or valedictions, it embodies steadfast resilience, profound devotion, and resolute dedication to secluded familial bliss amid relentless public examination. They exemplify fortitude, affirming that amid swirling hearsay, the essence of a joyful, robust, burgeoning household prevails.